Hello, welcome into Racing to Win, back at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a 9-race program kicking off at 6:45. And to preview the card, joined in the studio today by Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, it's just an entree for Sunday.
It is, Mark. We've got BMW Hong Kong Derby Day coming up at the weekend, along with the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup over the 1,400 metres. A shame that the race is down to 5 there with Beauty Joy coming out. But How Deep Is Your Love looked to be, I thought, one of the standouts. He'll be short in one of the later races.
We'll talk more about him soon. What about Jackpots, Paul?
Yeah, a couple of good ones there. 4.4 million going into the triple trio and 2.1 million going to the 6-up win bonus. So the triple trio should get up to about 9 million and the 6-up win bonus should get up to about 6. So a couple of really good ones there.
Going back to the trials on this Tuesday morning at Sha Tin today, Tom, you called this one Sight Success, having a hit out before he flies out to Dubai. Did you like what you saw? Yeah,
looked good. He pressed forward, did Wagner Borges from his stall at the start, and in the end he was able to race up on the pace, and he was too strong for them over the final stages. Beat the likes of Drombeg Banner, Vukan, Free Foal, Tiger Legend, Delightful Lau towards the back there. But a nice comfortable hit out for him, Paul, and all roads lead to Dubai now.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him over there as well. And of course, Duke Wise going to Dubai with him. So look, yeah, really nice hit out for this horse. So we wish him all the best once he gets over there.
They will target the Alquoz Sprint over the 1,200 metres. So there's Sight Success winning that trial over Drombeg Banner earlier on this Tuesday at Sha Tin. But we need to focus on Wednesday now at Happy Valley. A Wednesday night meeting, of course, with the 9-race program. And the meeting looks this way. It is meeting number 53. 9 races, C-Course is in use, and the first is a Class 5 over the 1,800. The 2 races we focus on, races 7 and 9, the Class 3 over the 1,200 and the Class 3 over the 1,650 metres. Chung Chau Handicappers race number 7, You're My Everything's on the class drop. Winner of 3 from 6 course and distance. How Deep Is Your Love as a last start winner carries an extra £6. Copefield crossover noseband is off. Helene Feeling was Indian Dream for Michael Bell. Over the 1,400 at Epsom in Doncaster. Jumbo Legend has the visor on. Pulsar Strider wears blinkers for the first time. Miracle Beams was Mooney Beams for Jer Lyons. Went over the 1,600 metres at Goran Park before arriving. Potentially, Tom, he could be the shortest priced favourite of the night. How Deep Is Your Love? What sort of run does he get in transit?
And he should get a nice run right in behind the speed like he did last time out, pretty much. And in the end, he raced away at a quote of 1.6. On point, a recent trial winner. He was caught wide throughout last start. He's first up for 45 odd days. Party Warrior coming back to Happy Valley, drawn barrier number 5 for Antoine Hamlin. Then you've got Pulsar Strider. Helene Feeling, the newcomer, Paul. He was slow out in his Happy Valley trial, missed the start at Sha Tin, and then his most recent trial, he was jumping a bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better. So maybe he was slower than they pushed him out a little bit. The other one, Miracle Beams, he's been slow out as well, and I expect him to go all the way to the back. Miracle Beams, even though he's drawn nicely in 3, but like, his form's over a lot longer.
Right, so that's the speed map, but it is How Deep Is Your Love that keeps the focus now. Nick was out at Sha Tin this morning and spoke to his rider, Karis Teaton.
Karis, How Deep Is Your Love was very impressive for you last time out. You must have been fairly taken by that performance.
Yes, Nick. Of course, he's an improving horse, and he had everything to go his way last time. He had a nice draw, nice weight on his back. So we expected the horse to be able to show a good performance.
Bit more weight this time around, £6 extra, but I guess with all what he's doing, you'd have to certainly think that is something that he can carry forward.
Yeah, he's got a bit of quality about him, so I think the weight will be okay. He's got a nice gait again, so I think he's gonna run well again.
Same gate number 2, as you've alluded to. Does that just sort of, in your mind, play things out, i.e. sort of copybook as last time out, trying to sort of copy that same race?
Yeah, it makes it easy, from those good draw and an improving horse like him. But we'll go through a race. There's not a great deal of speed in a race, so we'll see how he jump and where we can get him comfortable.
You talk of, obviously, he's got a bit of quality. I know it's obviously early days with him. How good do you think he might be, this guy? I mean, he's never been to Sha Tin as well.
Yeah, he's still a young horse, so I think, after a few more runs, he will toughen up a bit more, and I think he's gonna gradually pick up some more points for sure.
There he is, Karis Teaton. Tom, this horse by far Karis's best ride on the night, but what about the rest of his book of rides? Might there be a winner or two amongst them? We'll need a bit of luck on a few.
Yeah, Cable Speed, he actually ran better last time out, but he's all the way down in the handicappers Cable Speed. Raging Blaze, he was a winner, two back, he's on the backup. Telecom Speed, I think, is certainly a chance. Classic Archie Paul's got no form, but he actually ran through the line in his last run.
Yeah, he did a little bit, didn't he? Chair for South's drawn a bit wide. That just worries me about him. How deep is your love? Woodham 5 was unlucky at his last start. Star Contact won well last time, but he's drawn a little bit awkwardly this time.
All right, so there are the rides for Karis on Wednesday night. Some of the opposition for How Deep Is Your Love, Paul, includes Your My Everything. Now, this is his last start. This was in a pretty strong field, and that was his only look at the all-weather this race.
Yeah, so he's coming back to Happy Valley, and he's won here 3 times before, all over the 1,200 metres. He gets back, he'll be running on. He just needs a little bit of luck. Now, his last win was off 77. He's at this rating of 80, so he's not too far above that.
They've tried him over a myriad of different trips as well. He's been over 1,400 metres, he's been over 1,650. They've even dropped him all the way back to 1,000 metres. You can see just sort of struggling at the back there, but just this last little bit here, he was able to, I thought, dig in quite nicely and attack the line well. So I thought he'd be a good, strong chance in this race, You're My Everything.
That race was on the 21st of January. Tommy's had a trial since, also on the all-weather, and that's the Dubai-bound Duquai in front.
Yeah, Duquai there, power kept Tianchi Monster all up on the pace here. Apache Pass back in the field, and look, he did, I think, what he needed to do. There wasn't, he was up near the pace in the run and wasn't too far from them at the end. A bit of a blanket finish, but that's Courier Wonder Paul running down the outside. So I think he's going well enough at the moment.
Yeah, yes, he just needs luck from the back. That's the key for him, but he's done it 3 times before.
What about this horse, Paul? Jumbo Legend. He's been racing recently over the 1650, including in this replay. He comes back to the 1200. Does have a very sound record, course and distance.
Yeah, he does. Look, he's been racing well. He's drawn barrier 10, so he's another one who'll get back. They're going to put the visor on him for the first time as well. Jumbo Legend, we know he's got a good finish on him, so look, I've included him.
He was just a little bit one pace there late in the race. He's in on a minor line. The visor does interest me a little bit, and he did loom up like he was going to be half a winning chance there.
Okay, so that's Jumbo Legend. Tom, next up is a newcomer to Happy Valley, so we need to switch across to Shartin to have a look at a replay for Pulsar Strider.
He has trialled at Happy Valley in the past. This horse, he's yet to win from his 5 starts, and he raced sort of wide, no cover from most of the race really, but I thought it was a handy enough effort from him. Would need to still improve a little bit here, and the blinkers go on, which does interest a little bit as well. Yeah,
that's a good gear change for him. His best run's at second behind Solar Winds when he was second up, but he's sort of just been racing the 5th, 6th recently, hasn't he? So just a little bit off them. So maybe the blinkers will help him. All
right, we're going to pull up the trial file now, Paul, and On Point is the first one. This is up at Chung Fa. He's only having his 3rd go at Happy Valley. Never raced over the 1200 here. Does get that £10 claim for Angus Chung, wins this trial and usually shows early speed.
Yeah, he does. Look, I think he'll go to the front. He's drawn a little bit awkwardly of barrier 9. Here's one off 66. I think from the front he's going to give himself a chance.
Yeah, he trolled up okay up there at Chung Fa, was up on the pace, pushed out a little bit over the final stages. 45 days since he's had a race where he failed last time out. He was caught wide the whole way, pulled up with a little issue as well. So hopefully everything's okay after that. Seems to be.
Shartin trials now, Tom. It was a 1,000 metre trial down the straight. Helene Feeling runs 5th. Miracle Beams is impossible to have on his trial form.
Yeah, I have not liked any of his trials at all. Miracle Beams, and it's been over 9 months since he's appeared on race day. The other horse in this trial, Helene Feeling, raced in the UK. He won at Doncaster. He also won at Epsom, was trained by Michael Bell, known as Indian Dream. His trials have looked okay, but he's probably looking for that little bit further, Paul.
Yeah, look, he won his races over 1,400 metres as a 2-year-old. That normally tells me he's looking for a mile plus. Now he's a bit older in age. So, look, I'm happy just to watch him. Interesting jockey booking, though, with Zach on him, but I'm happy to watch
Some
him.
of that Northern Hemisphere 2-year-old form can be a bit iffy as well.
Yeah. All right, so possible stepping stone on Wednesday night for Helene Feeling. Is the favourite the one to beat, Paul?
It looks that way, doesn't he? I think he's going to get the best run in the race, just in behind the pace, and he's been going really well at the moment. Party Warrior. Now, I like the fact he's coming back here to Happy Valley. That's where his best runs have been. On Point from the front, and Jumbo Legend, 2736.
Yeah, I think that two will be toughest to beat as well. How Deep Is Your Love, strong winner last time out. That was off the back of being unlucky 2 runs ago behind Here Comes Ted. So he's clearly on top. I do like You're My Everything. I like the way he finished off last time out, that last little bit where he was doing his best work late. He's had a little bit of a freshen up leading into this. Party Warrior coming back to Happy Valley, comes out of the race that We Are Hero. One run cooler since come out of that and won, and back to a course and distance that he does enjoy. He's only missed top 2 on 2 occasions. And Jumbo Legend, the other one that goes in with the visor going on. Looked to have every chance, I thought, last start. 2, 1, 7 and 6.
That's the preview for the first Class 3 on Wednesday night. Race number 7. We'll take a break and come back and look at the distance. The 1650 metre Class 3 on Racing to Win right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win as we have a look at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We've seen race number 7 before the break, so we turn 2 pages now and check out what is happening in race number 9. It's over the 1650 and rising from ashes. Top weight outside gate, but he did win with £132 from barrier number 11 2 starts ago. Nimble Nimbus last start winner carries £1 more. Secret Vision makes his Happy Valley debut. Loyal Babies, both wins have been course and distance. Star Contact last start winner carries an extra £5 for it. E-Legend, he's a last start winner in Class 4, so he comes back up in grey, gets that claim for Angus Chung. And Kento Prepared is a 5-time course and distance winner. Storm Legend has placed 5 from 10 track and distance, and Beauty Turn has the Shadow Roll On. We've seen Loyal Baby Tom recently going forward at Happy Valley, and he ran it out strongly 2 starts ago. Didn't quite run it out strongly last time, but this week he might be going back.
Yeah, he's a bit hit and miss, really, is Loyal Baby in terms of his performances, but E-Legend can go forward. He certainly has a possibility of potentially going forward. Nimble Nimbus is another one that could race up on the pace from barrier 7. Beauty Turn last time, Paul, he was up a lot handier, but didn't work really for him last start.
No, I think he'll try and get some cover. Secret Vision coming here to Happy Valley as well. I think he'll be suited. He should get a nice run. Star Contact might have to go all the way to the back from his wide draw, and Rising from Ashes generally goes back as well.
All right, so that is the speed map. And Nimble Nimbus is the horse that we focus on first. Hugh Bowman takes the ride, and he spoke to Nick earlier today.
Hugh, Nimble Nimbus was rather impressive last time when winning for you, and you'll ride him again on Wednesday night. Must be looking forward to getting back on board.
Yes, I am. Look, he trialled very well in the lead up to that race, and we were confident he'd run a good race, which he did. He drew quite awkwardly that day. That was our biggest concern, but a little bit of a better draw midfield from barrier 7, and he's got the tactical pace to put himself in a good position, and with that run under his belt, I think I don't see any reason why he can't improve on what he did.
He quite noticeably he travelled quite well, and he had to wait on that bit of a gap to appear, but once it did, he certainly showed a good turn of foot to race through it.
He did, and he's a versatile horse. I think he's got the stamina to maybe go a bit quicker and still quicken off that. So look, the race looks to set up well for him, but that aside, he's a horse in good form, and although he's going up a bit in weight, he's a big strong horse, and I don't think that that's too much of a negative.
Yeah, just an extra pound. I mean, given that he's obviously getting towards the top of Class 3, just an extra pound to carry. Talking of versatility, that was quick ground last time. He's a bit of an anomaly for a horse in Hong Kong. He's won on all sorts of going as well, so that's certainly an asset to have, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is, but I mean, what I've found in my time here in Hong Kong, the ground is, it's pretty consistent, and I'd expect a similar conditions tomorrow night as to what he raced on last time.
Just assessing the form, obviously Star Contact was 3rd that day. You take him on again, he's won since, so the form's all there for your guy?
Yeah, it is, and I think, like I said, he's in good shape. He should improve on what he did last time. He had a soft trial leading into that race, and he won with some authority, so there's no reason why he can't race as well, if not better again.
That's Hugh's thoughts on Nimble Nimbus. Tom, we can break it down even further now. There he is, just that extra £1 on his back, and if Hugh thinks he's improved, that's good signs for him. Star Contact strong, as Paul said during the starters list earlier. Beauty Turn would need to improve on what he's done. Gift of Lifeline would need to improve on his recent form, and Loyal Baby went forward. As mentioned 2 starts ago, ran it out. Perhaps he was flattened from that run because he folds shortly after we roll the replay.
Yeah, I thought Nimble Nimbus was pretty good here in winning last time out. So I think with only that 1 extra pound that he's carrying, even though he's gone up a few rating points, with the way the race has panned out, it's going to suit him ideally. So I do like him here. And Start Contact, I think, has to go in, Paul, because he's been very consistent. He's got Barrier 11, which isn't ideal, but look, I think Nimble Nimbus going well.
Yeah, he's going really well, isn't he? Start Contact's, he won after that, didn't he? So he's won nicely enough. So he just has to maybe go back a little bit further than he'd like from that draw.
We roll it in to that win, Paul, with Star Contact. Only had the 2 starts in Class 3 for what we saw in that previous replay, which was the 3rd placing and this victory. And Storm Legend was going much better before he failed this night, where he was a little disappointing.
He was a little bit, so you got to sort of take him on trust a bit. But look, as Tom said, Star Contact's going really well. He won in Class 4, he came up and won at the bottom of Class 3. Now we'll see if he can do it towards the middle of Class 3 now. He's got to carry 122, still a good weight.
Storm Legend, you can see him not really doing a great deal there. He was at the back and he was the widest around the home turn. He's a 21 start maiden, so on a win line he's been very hard to have.
We move on now, Tom. Now, E-Legend was in the Void race that was called off when, unfortunately, Sight Spirit went amiss. This is him winning 2 starts ago. He's got a pretty good record over the 1650, but he normally struggles when he comes up into Class 3.
Yeah, that's been the trouble, isn't it, Mark? 1 second place in 2 fourths from 5 goes, and he travelled well after having the trail, and he put a good space in them here and won really well over Villa Fion. What I worry about is, Paul, is if there is competition for the lead, is that going to be a big drama? And Angus Chung's 1 win from 76 rides at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, I'm going to include him because he's going to come in with 111 pounds on his back, and if he is in front, I mean, he's won with 135, so carrying 111, it's a massive downgrade weight-wise for him. It's just the class is the query. That's why he's not on top.
All right, that's a legend. And next up, Paul, we've got Silver Hammer, who's certainly going the right way since he's been here. Here's the grey, another one that was in that Void race. And rising from ashes at this stage is going to get a more economical run in this replay than what he might get on Wednesday night from that draw.
Yeah, he's going to have to go back, rise from ashes. He's got a good finish on him. I'm going to include him on a very minor line. He's got to carry the weight. It's only a little horse, but he has carried the weight in the past. And Silver Hammer, he's right in the market here, and he finished off strongly. It was a nice run from him.
He's improved with each and every start, has Silver Hammer. He's come up with a good draw this time round as well. He had barrier 12 in that Void race, but he's got barrier 3 this time round. Rising from ashes, he's always on. It's just barrier 12, the little negative for the small horse.
And finally, Tom, back to the trials we go. Amazing 1+. He's hard to catch on a win line. He's normally not too far away on a Wednesday night. How did you see him slotting into this field?
Thought last start he pretty much had every chance. So this is a trial here with the Sakewin and Lucky Swayness, and I think it might be Red Line out wider who won the other day at Sharton. But amazing 1+. He's dropped 19 pounds. He's 56 days fresh into this. Nothing wrong with the trial, Paul, but doesn't often win.
No, that's only 1 win from his 27 starts. So, look, I think this is not a bad field to finish off with. He didn't quite make it in for me.
All right, so it's a watch on Amazing 1+, but one horse that is going to make it in, Paul, is this newcomer to Happy Valley. Secret Vision is his name. He's had 11 starts, no trials here, and he's coming to the 1650 on the back of a 10th behind Atala Begil. What did you like about the track work?
I just like the way he strode out here. He's a horse that can put himself on the pace. He's 1 second of a rating of 71. He's rated 72. I like the fact he's drawn 2. He's going to get a really nice run from 2 and Zach aboard as well.
Yeah, if you watch his last replay, he was making certainly some good enough ground at the end behind Ortula Begil, who's going to line up in the Derby and later in the weekend. Ran with, I thought, some merit at the weekend, but I'm including him here because of a good draw.
All right, so you've been hiding in the bushes with the camera for the last selection.
I have, and he's on top as Secret Vision. I see what you did there. So he's on top. I think he can win the race. He's ran second off a rating of 71. He's now rated 72. His win came off 66. He's coming here to Happy Valley for the first time, but barrier 2. I just quite like him in this race. Nimble Nimbus, I think he can go well. He's a last start winner and he has to carry that extra pound. E-Legend with no weight on his back. And Rising from Ashes, I'm going to include him as well. Rising from Ashes. Look, he gets back, runs on. He's got to carry the big weights. There's a few things against him, but he's got a really good turn of foot. 4, 2, 7 and 1 for me.
Nimble Nimbus for me, with only one extra pound to carry out. I give him a good chance in this race. He's going well. His trial looked good leading into this, and Hugh Bowman rides him for the very much in form Ricky Yu. Star Contact number 6, he's in. He was up on the pace and won well last time out. That was over Happy Daily. He was third to a Nimble Nimbus 2 runs ago. E-Legend goes in. We'll see what kind of pressure he may or may not get in front. If he doesn't get too much pressure, he could be there for a long way. And Secret Vision made ground late last time out, and it comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Barrier 2, Zach Purton with Danny Shum. 2, 6, 7 and 4.
All right, so that's a preview for race number 9, but there are 7 other races on Wednesday night. Paul, we need a few winners, please.
Look, I think Zach Purton's going to have a really good night. He can win the first 2. Dragon Pride's a well-rated horse here in Class 5. Inspiring City was unlucky at his last start. Zach jumps aboard. Do like E Rainbow, his second last time, just beaten, I thought was good behind E Brother. Splendid Living's the last start winner. Likes Happy Valley, can get across from his wide draw. Happy Horse is trialling really well since the blinkers have gone on. He'll be a big price. Holy Power with a good draw. He should go nicely enough. And Pachisi is knocking on the door as well. He's going well at the moment.
And you can see all of those race analysis on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video. You can go through race by race, but you don't need to go there, Paul, to find out your best bet, because it's coming up right.
Yeah, E-Rainbow for me. Race 3, number 8. The horse ran really well last time. He's only had the 9 starts, and he's in career best form in Hong Kong at the moment. So we'll make him the best of the night. I'm going to take a chance with Happy Horse as the long shot. Now, this horse has had 2 starts. He's run last both times. Blinkers have gone on, and he's had 2 really good trials, and one of the trials was the fastest in the morning when he ran second behind Healthy. So he's going to take a chance with him. Race 5, number 6, an improver, and then race 4 we'll do the play. Let's Do It, Splendid Living, and Gang of Brothers, a QQP in race 4.
Best for me comes up in race 2, number 2, Inspiring City. He was given a very negative ride last time out, but ran well. Zach Purton jumps on board for David Hayes. So 2, Inspiring City. The Valley with race 5, number 11, Vamos, now in the stable of David Hall. And his trials have been okay leading into this, but overall he has been a disappointing horse. So we'll see if he can improve with a stable change. Luke Ferraris rides, and the play, the Quinella, race 7, You're My Everything, and How Deep Is Your Love.
Going with another Zach Purton ride, race 8, number 5, Pachisi. Jumps up to the 1,200 metres for the first time. He's going to be short prices, Pachisi, but he should be winning on what he's done at his first 2 starts. Silver Hammer, race 9, number 9 for the Hammer himself, Antoine Hemlin. He's just got better and better in a short career here in Hong Kong. I thought he could win over the 1650 in the final race. And the play, last start winner in A Merrick Spexo, Pachisi, Island Surprise in a QQP, race number 8. So that is Happy Valley on Wednesday night, Tom. We then flip the page to Derby Day on Saturday. There's Group 1 racing as well, as you said. Small field there. News through no Jamie Carr. We know she was injured in that fall last week. Damien Lane, no stranger to international success, will be here.
Yep, he will be. So great to have those international riders in town. Interesting as well that Ryan Moore takes the ride on Wellington. So Alexi Bedell's been given the heave-ho off for him. But Paul, should be a great afternoon of racing, the Derby in the Group 1.
Yeah, looking forward to the California Spangle versus Lucky Swainess matchup. That's going to be a really good race. And, of course, the Derby, how good it's going to be.
It'll be an amazing race, and the barrier draw will take place at Sha Tin on Thursday. But we'll see you at Happy Valley for the first of 9 at 6:45 Wednesday.